Hello, everybody. Here we have a problem that says to factor the given polynomial completely, and if the polynomial cannot be factored, say that it is prime. And we're given x squared plus 9x plus 14. Well, there are different kinds of polynomials out there, and there's so many different ways to factor them, and there are some that cannot be factored. And so for those, we say that that's a prime polynomial. So one way to sort through all this is to use an AI website. And the one thing I like to use is called mathpapa.com. Right? So let's factor x squared plus 9x plus 14 and see what happens. And it factors it for us. It's x plus 2 in parentheses times x plus 7 in parentheses. And MathPapa gives us the complete factoring solution. So x plus 2 in parentheses times x plus 7 in parentheses is the complete uh, is the completion of the factoring of the polynomial. So we'll choose A because we're able to factor it. So it's x plus 2 times x plus 7, both of those in parentheses. Now, maybe wonder, how do we get that mathematically? But what we do is, and this doesn't work in all cases, but it works for this one, we see which numbers add up to the x term, which is 9. So we're going to find two numbers that add to 9. And then we have the coefficient term 14 there. So for that one, we're going to find two numbers that multiply to 14. So in general, what two numbers add up to the x term, which is 9 in this case, and which two numbers multiply to the coefficient term, which is 14? And these are the same two numbers, okay? So think about which two numbers add up to 9, but at the same time multiply to 14. Well, 2 plus 7 is 9. And at the same time, 2 times 7 is 14. And so 2 and 7 are the numbers. And so the answer is x plus 2 in parentheses times x plus 7 in parentheses. All right. Now let's do a different problem. Let's factor x squared plus 9x plus 15. So basically for this one, we're trying to find two numbers that add to 9, but at the same time, we want those two numbers that multiply to 15. Okay, now we can try to think about this for a long time, but again, let's use AI and see what it says. Change this to a 15, and you calculate it, and it says it doesn't factor, so that means it's not prime. I'm sorry, that means it is prime. So the x squared plus 9x plus 15 does not factor, and so we can say that x squared plus 9x plus 15 is prime. Okay, so we'll say x squared plus 9x plus 15 is prime. All right, so what that means is there's really no two numbers that add up to the 9, but at the same time multiply to 15. So again, there's no two numbers that add up to 9, but at the same time multiply to the 15. And so x squared plus 9x plus 15 is prime. Okay, so that's how to factor a polynomial. But if it's not factorable, we say that the polynomial is prime.